Hello, hello, and welcome to A Life More Boaty. We are here today with the lovely people from Virtue Boats to have a look at this really lovely Virtue V10. Now this is, I think, hull number 15. This is the first one, I believe, in the UK. They are built in Poland, so we know if it's a Polish built boat, their quality is really good. And it's based on a Swedish design, and it's a Peter Step hull, so a very capable boat, and also incredibly dry. They were telling me that when you're running, and they went out yesterday about 40 knots, normally you get a spray draft that comes around on the back of the boat and makes the back of the boat wet, but you can see perfectly dry. So in this particular one we have a set of Honda VTEC 250 engines, so that's going to give you 50 knots flat out, which is, it is insane, but that does mean if the boat's going to do 50 knots flat out, it's going to do a really comfortable 40, it's going to do a really comfortable 30, and it's going to do a super epic 20 to 25 knot cruise. So very capable boat. And at that sort of speed, at 20 odd knots, you are getting a half decent fuel burn as well. So a couple of things I'm really taken by this boat is the fact that the bathing platform extensions come a long way back. So often on outboard power boats you'll find they stop really short, because that is quite a chunky old engine. If we step on board, you'll also notice that there's a runner that enables you to run or walk behind the back of the engines. I'm going to step on this fold out pontoon, which we'll come back to a moment. So there you go, really capable engines. And with the pontoon or the side decks folded up, you do get gates. So if you've got children or dogs, you can keep them inboard. So as you can see, this side is folded up, and if we wander around here, you will see that this side is folded down. Now what we're going to do now is magically make the chair disappear and fold the side deck up, because it's really simple. You don't need to be a genius, you just have to be able to push a button and that side folds up. So you can see, super easy to use, no skill, you just push a button and the folding bulwark comes up. You can see the handrail folds inboard. Really neat. And then pin locks it in, so it's safe, you can lean against it, you're not going to fall out. The other great thing about outboard power boats is you don't have two massive truck engines sitting inboard, so fantastic bit of social dining here, covered by the hard top. This table drops down and you can infill that with seating. This back cushion here then folds flat over the space left by the engines, and you can infill this entire section here with sun cushions. Equally, you can flip that seat back the other way so it's facing the same as that one, meaning that every single person on board can be sitting down and facing forward when you're going along, which if you can do 40-50 knots is really important. So underneath all of these seats here and this one here are storage bins, and underneath here and underneath this back section here, you can just see this line running across here, is a big storage bin. So we'll have a quick look at that. That lifts up electronically. So you go down here, great place to shove paddle boards. You can probably even squeeze an inflatable tender down there. The ubiquitous spare sunpack cushions that every boat has, and access to some of your shore power systems, hydraulics and alike. There you go. So we'll carry on with the rest of the tour. So as you can see, that gives you really good storage, and as I say, there's another section under here that does pretty much the same thing. If I take a step back over here, you can then see that hard top there. Now there is an option if you want to have solar panels on there. There is also an option to have the mid-section there filled with a glass panel sunroof. All the way forward, right under the hard top, so if you're cooking, you've got a great protection, is this cooking area. Couple of fridges underneath there, and underneath this sort of Corian cover we have access to an electric grill and a stylish little sink. Now I hear you cry, electric grill, how does that work? Well, it's really clever. So there's a domestic battery on board, there's a battery on board to run the engines, possibly two batteries, and then there's a separate battery to run the grill, and the idea is that that grill will run for around about an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes, more than enough time to cook without effectively depleting your domestic batteries or your engine batteries. And again, if you like your music, you'll notice as we go around there's plenty of JL audio speakers around. So we'll head forwards first. The other thing actually is, while I'm here, this is really neat. So the grab rail that's down there, when you fold the side deck up, look, it pops back in and then becomes a continuous run of handrails. If we stand back here, and look, that handrail runs the whole way up the boat. So it does two things. One, it means you can literally walk the whole way up the boat holding on, and also, which is great, is it does give you somewhere to tie your fenders on, because you can never really have fenders tied on in the right place. So we go forward as we were, and again, grab handles everywhere. So cleverly moulded into the screen moulding of grab handles, pop-up cleats, and again, this rail runs all the way forward, and it's an inboard rail, so it's not going to get knocked. It's just keeps the lines of the boat looking really stylish. Up forward, we have a sunbathing area with a really nice backrest cushion. That section lifts out in here and just gives you access or extra light into the fore cabin. Anchor windlass here, really neat. So this mechanism pops out and out the side. I'll drop a little video in here of showing you how that works and what that looks like. So you push this button here, a panel underneath there pops out, and I'm going to stand over there and show you what that looks like. Pretty impressive, huh? So we shall pop back down the side decks, and again, really deep side decks, so really safe to walk around. I'm trying to go the other side for the sake of it. And the other thing I love about this boat is it has shock mitigating seats. So effectively these seats are on a suspension mechanism with a big spring and a gas strut, so you can control, based on your body weight, how much that sinks down. So when you're going along at 40-50 knots, bouncing around, it's really comfortable for your body and really good for your back. So obviously throttle and gear selectors here because we're on Hondas. Lovely to see a set of in-house solenoid switches. And then we have a couple of MFDs from Garmin. As you can see, that can be navigation, it can be control systems. They've got their own steering wheel, Honda trims down there, and start and stop buttons, and the really all important that everyone should wear, pull out kill switch, and bolsters as well, so you can lift that bolster up if you want to stand, and there's a footrest down there if you want to sit. But really good driving position, great view forwards, and again at the moment we have these zip-in screens which you can take out or roll up if it's a really nice day. Over on the port side oh, I've just got my microphone caught around the steering wheel. Over on the port side we have access to this little cabin. Down on the side here you can see we've got battery switches, a little bit of storage down there. If I drop in forwards here, you can see really nice berth. Big cabin glazing on both sides, so it's really light down here. Some clever concealed lighting as well underneath the bed. Big storage section underneath here, and a water tank because there is a cold water system on here. And then if I sit on the bed and turn around behind us here, we have a really nice, ooh, that's just, I haven't broken anything, that's just a door catch. Really nice porcelain vacuum flush loo, very stylish black sink with black tap, little mirror, again superstructure glazing, and an opening port light. What a beautiful boat. So yeah, really impressive. Oh, this is neat as well. Look, slide out footrests, so you can slide them out if you need them, slide them back in if you don't, and everything's beautifully backlit and floating. So there you go. So we will say thank you very much to the team at Virtue in the UK for letting us have a look around this truly fantastic boat. Do please like and subscribe, it really makes a massive difference to us on the channel. I hope you've liked the tour, and I look forward to seeing you next time round. Thank you very much for watching.